3 exercises you can do to tighten your glutes and burn more fat pounds. Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Alessi, author of Lose Fat Forever, The Bermuda Triangle Diet, host of Live It Fit Now, contributor for USA Today. And how do you feel about tightening the backside of your body and burning more pounds of fat at the same time? It sounds pretty appealing, and the fact of the matter is you can do it, and I'm going to show you how. Now, a couple things. Number one, I am putting some suggestions together whether you're a beginner or a little bit more intermediate, so if you're just starting off, no worries. Number two, I do have to warn you, these are just 3 exercises. When it comes to doing strength training, there's 2,200 different exercises, but I wanted to give you a sample because going through all 2,200 will take a long time, and this would be a very long video. So I'm just going to show you 3. And lastly, it might not be appropriate for everybody, but it's good for many people, and I think it's going to start helping right now. So first and foremost, we're going to start by getting down on the floor. I'm going to show you a hamstring bridge. Super easy to do. Lay flat on your back, arms down to the side. Bend your knees and place your feet about shoulder width apart. From here, take your hips up. Hold them at the top for 2 seconds, lowering them back down slowly. While you're doing this, you are working the hamstrings, which is the biggest muscle group in the body, and the biggest muscle group burns the most calories all day long, and it also works the glutes and the low back. Try doing this at least 10 reps with that 2-second pause at the top. If you're a little bit stronger, advance to maybe 15 or 20. If you're more intermediate, do the same thing, but now we're going to put a ball under your feet. So we're creating a little bit of leverage, and you're able to go up higher, and you have to balance it. Same thing all the way up. Hold for 2 seconds, all the way back down. Do that 10 to 15 times, 3 to 4 sets. Keep working your glutes to your appropriate level. Number 2, super easy to do, called the penguin exercise. I guess you kind of look like a penguin, or a penguin kind of moves like this. Lay on your belly. Put your arms all the way down to the sides with your palms facing the ceiling so they're not out in front of you. From here, squeeze up from the hips so your legs come off the floor but stay straight. You're squeezing your hamstrings and your glutes at the same time. You're also going to feel this in your lower back. Hold it for 2 seconds at the top, lower them back down slowly, and continue. While doing this, make sure that your spine stays in line. Don't lift your head. Exhale on the way up, deep breath in on the way down. If you're more advanced, you could use this cool machine or a bench in order to do the same thing but get a greater range of motion. It's called a reverse back hyperextension. You'll notice there's a little bit more leg swing with this. When we're working with private clients in the gym, this is something they progress to. It's a great way to make sure that the back stays strong, so we're protecting the spine, but also it works the glutes and the hamstrings. A great way to burn more calories 24 hours a day. Lastly, the semi-stiff legged deadlift, or what we call RDL, stands for Romanian deadlift. It's also a very good way and a safe way to work your hamstrings, your glutes, and your low back. Start with your feet about shoulder width apart. It's key while doing this that you hinge from the waist and you keep your spine straight. We're not looking for any type of arching of the spine. We want to keep it as flat as a picnic table. You'll notice the knees aren't bending, but they're flexed. So we're not trying to bend them up and down as if we're doing a squat. We're hinging from the waist. We're coming all the way back up, and this is a great way to start without any resistance. If you're a little bit more advanced, maybe you have some kettlebells or dumbbells at home, possibly even a barbell or resistance bands, do the same motion, doing 10 to 12 repetitions at one time, 3 to 4 sets. And when you combine all 3 of those things, you really work the hamstrings, the glutes, and the low back, which, as I mentioned before, are big muscle groups, and the bigger the muscle group, the more calories you burn 24 hours a day. When it comes to getting in better shape, of course, I'm always going to encourage anything to make sure that we have more muscle tissue, more metabolism, and more movement. I don't think a big problem we have in the United States is that people are overly active or spending too much time with exercise. I think I'm always going to encourage that to make sure that we're keeping our bone density strong, our muscle tissue strong, and preventing against injuries and falls while burning calories 24 hours a day. Of course, nutrition is the bigger component, especially when it comes to dropping body fat. They're both important, but nutrition is going to be bigger because you can undo even good workouts if your nutrition isn't supportive. So when it comes to dropping body fat, yes, there are a lot of things nutritionally. We want to eat the right foods at the right times in the right order, and we want to do it consistently to make sure that we're following a plan. At the same time, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. And if you're consistent and you hold yourself accountable, or somebody else holds you accountable, you're going to progress and you're going to have long-term success, which is really what this is all about. So it's not about how to drop the next 12 pounds in 12 minutes or 20 pounds in 20 hours. It's about doing the right things to get in great shape and to stay in shape and stay healthy and enjoy the quality of your life. Hopefully today this video served you. I'm Dr. Derek Alessi, asking you to make the most of your life and live it fit.